Weekly Developer Briefing.
Grüße.
After last week's highly discussed briefing, a lot of people were waiting for Friday. Now, one day before Friday, the devs release it with a focus on rearming, hitboxes, team-killing changes and info for new servers. After receiving the community's feedback regarding Developer Briefing 103, the devs tested their options and have, at least for now, decided on the rearming meta for Update 8. In Update 8, after dropping your supplies or ammo box, you will rearm that item after a countdown of 5 minutes. You don't actually have to go to a corresponding node, but if you do, your cooldown time for your crate will be halved. Also, the maximum number of nodes will be increased. After some testing, the devs will now change the player hitboxes in Update 8. The areas counting as limps will be below the elbow and below the knee. In Update 8, damages from and against friendly forces will be halved. The devs hope that this will decrease the amount of team kills, since friendly fire will not only wound but not kill teammates. The devs are happy to announce that HLL will now host 3 official Japanese-based servers on top of their existing Asia region support. This should give Asian players better pings and the chance to enjoy the game more. The next new servers are going to be Chinese and Korean. I am glad that the devs went back on their former concept of rearming from Dev Briefing 103. While I can't say that I know if this new rearming system is going to be the best, I think we will have to see how it plays out in the field and on actual servers. Too many new features are being implemented as that we could already assume how it's going to turn out. For example, we will see if the game is slow enough that we will have an actual use for the encampments that will come with Update 8. I mean, we already have a big feature which is not being used, the recon vehicles for example. That being said, I still really love the Greyhound and the Puma and think they could be amazing for quickly sending out troops to the front or rebuilding garrisons. On that mark though, I can endorse an old but great video by Wild Bill Jammin. He talks about the use of recon vehicles. I have seen commanders getting shit-talked after dropping a Greyhound. Oh well, so much for new features. When it comes to lowering the friendly fire damage, I have no idea what those tests in their PDE were. I very much disagree with the lowering of friendly fire damage. The only thing we will get is that new people will now fire 2 times on an allied soldier just to make sure that the enemy is dead. Also, with people only getting injured, the learning effect is not only lowered, but it also opens the door for trolls. I fear the new trolling meta, where they don't TK you actually, but instead keep on shooting people, will then have to use their bandages up. But I have to say that those trolls would actually help to include medics more than the devs currently do. I'm still hoping that we get some cool new stuff for the medic at some point in the next year at least. Alright, sorry. But yeah, with people only getting wounded, admins won't be able to judge if people are trolling since there are currently no tools to prove this. The only thing showing up in logs is team kills, which will now be healed. In Dev Briefing 100, I already spoke out against the idea of postponing admin tools. We need those admin tools and we need them now. Yesterday would be even better, to be fair. It also seems like the community is against the idea of lowering the friendly fire damage. I could talk for ages on how bad the idea of lowering the friendly fire damage is, but instead I just will show a few comments from the community. I am very sorry that this part is rather short today, but we are currently doing a big 1-week charity event with lots of HLL and other things. So I will be seeing you next week again with a longer, normal version of the developer briefing. Until then, have a good weekend and I will be seeing you next week. Goodbye.